All throughout my 20s, I had a really difficult time figuring out who the hell I was. And I came up with 6 simple ways so that you can actually tap into your authentic self. And before we get into it, my name's Maikelyn. I help you go after your big goals, I help you stay motivated, and I help you think bigger, be bolder, and do better. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe. And I'm also working on a Notion template that has everything you need to focus on all in one place. So if you want to learn more about that too, you can check that out in the description as well. But let's get right into it. So the very first thing that you want to do to tap into your authentic self and figure out who the hell you are is to listen to your inner child. And I know that may seem silly because it's like, well, what the hell? Like, my inner child, I know it seems a little woo-woo, but just trust me, okay? Each and every single one of us has that little kid still inside of us. And all you gotta do is just listen. You gotta ask yourself, what can I do that is gonna make me feel excited and happy and joyful? And she or he will answer you proudly. And they probably won't yell at you, honestly. Why haven't you listened to me this whole time I've been trying to talk to you? It's the craziest thing. I don't know. It's weird. But I feel like it's becoming more common to hear about this, and it's because it's true. All you have to do is just sit back and listen. And you're probably wondering, well, what the hell did your inner child say to you? And my inner child told me I need to get back into reading. All throughout my 20s, I didn't think reading was worth it. I didn't think it was cool. I was like, what's the point? Seems dumb, right? And sadly, a lot of people stop reading after high school and they never pick up another book again. And that's probably the worst thing you could do, honestly. But start off with something that you love to read. Read what you love and you will love to read. And it couldn't be more true, honestly. I used to try to read books that were too advanced for me, books that I didn't like. And just listening to my inner child tell me, read what you like to read. Read things that are going to excite you. Read things that you really like. That helps. And I know it's, like I said, it may seem crazy and you're probably just this seems like it's not going to help me tap into my authentic self. Well, it does, because when you learn to let go and relax and get rid of stress and anxiety, and you're just kind of glued to your phone all the time, right? I know you are. You're scrolling, you're checking, you got your notifications on. Turn your damn notifications off. If there's anything, I know it's a little unrelated, but please, that is so distracting. You need to stop distracting yourself. That's the thing. Your inner child wants to help you. So listen. Figure out what it is that she or he's trying to say, to chill out, to relax and enjoy life. And then you will be able to figure out more about who you are. If you keep distracting yourself with these phones and these computers and everything around you, right? Because we live in the modern world. So that's the thing. It's really hard to fight back. But when you know that it's a problem and it's taking control of your life, you can take back control at that point because you've acknowledged it. So turn your notifications off, hide your phone, and listen to your inner child and see what they have to say to you. Maybe it's not read a book. Maybe it's something that's different. I don't know what it is. I can't answer that for you, but I'm just telling you that's what my inner child told me to do. And then that helped me level up. It got me reading nonfiction books, and life got better when I started listening to my inner child, because it helped me de-stress and it helped me find out that I want to lead by example. I want to do things with my life that are going to inspire other people. Because before, I was living a life that was very selfish. I was just always going after instant gratification. I didn't think about the future. I just stuck in the present moment, or I dwell over the past. And when you stop doing that, you can think more clearly and you can think about the things that are actually meaningful to you, because that is your authentic self. You're figuring out what you want to do in this life that has a purpose, that has meaning, because at that point, you'll live a more fulfilling life that way. And next up, we have let go of your ego. Stop trying to do things that make you seem cool. Stop following all the trends. Stop being somebody that you just aren't. You're wearing a mask and it's gotta stop. I was you before. I used to think you're gonna laugh really hard at this, especially if you are one of my people that's been around here for a while. I used to think it was so cool to be a witch because everyone was a witch, and I followed that trend hard. I did all the things and it never felt good. It never felt right. And I was like, why did I waste so many years of my life doing that? It was such such a shame to see that I wasted so much money, so much time, so much effort, so much energy on being somebody I just was not. And I tried so hard to be that person because the people I was best friends with were like that. Everyone around me went after that trend. And it just was so silly and so stupid and such a waste of time. And really, you don't want to be looking back on your life and thinking, why did I do that? Try to stop yourself from having too many of those, because that is not a life worth living. And you know it's not. You know damn well that is not a life that is worth living. So just stop. And that brings me to the next one. Stop trying to please everyone. Every time that you try to please other people, you're not doing yourself any good. You're stopping yourself from finding who you are, finding the person that you are meant to be. When you're trying to say yes to everybody that wants you to hang out with them, when you're saying yes to every single favor that is being asked of you, when you're saying yes to being a doormat, basically, you are going to be really upset with that one day, and you're going to be like, why the hell did I do that? That was really dumb. And the sooner you learn, the better off you are, okay? You just are, there's a time and a place for certain people, and you should have a short list of people that really matter to you, and anyone else, fuck. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You shouldn't be doing favors for those people because they don't care. I've had so many people waste my time that I thought, like, you know, it would be worth helping them out, right? It's just not worth helping everybody out. And that's the thing too, like, I don't want to make it seem like I don't think you should help anyone. Like, you should just be selfish. It's not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm just trying to say that you shouldn't go out of your way to help somebody that doesn't really give a shit about you, okay? Because you can't get that time back. And they don't care enough about you. They won't do that in return. They can't reciprocate the value that you're giving to them. Then you shouldn't be doing it. I do believe that you should lead by example, though. I do believe that you should inspire others to do better for themselves, that you should lead a life that is good for yourself, that you're always becoming a better version of yourself so that you can inspire others to do the same. I just don't want to see you wasting your time trying to help somebody that isn't worth helping. I don't want to see you wasting your time giving so much value to somebody that just isn't reciprocating that value. And I just want you to do the best that you can for yourself so that you can live a life that is fulfilling, so that you can find your authentic self, because you will not find your authentic self if you're letting people take advantage of you. And let's keep moving. So we've got taking social media breaks. This is a very simple way to find your authentic self, because every time you scroll and you're seeing somebody on your feed, you're thinking, well, I got to be like them. And that's not who you really want to be. That's who you think you're supposed to be. So what I'm trying to say to you is you got to get away from it. Just take a break from it. Stop being exposed to things that are trendy, that you think you like and you're inspired by. Make sure, just take a step back. Just be like, is this really who I want to be? Is this really what I want to do? Or do I just think that's what I want because I keep liking their stuff and they keep coming up onto my feed? Make sure that it is in alignment with who you are. Stop trying to just accept everything that is coming into your life for what it is. Take back control. I think honestly, if there's anything in this video that I really want you to understand, is that you have control over your life. So take back control. Take the social media break. Step away from it for at least a week or two and just see what life is like. Be alone with your thoughts. Be alone with yourself. When you are with people all the time, you're being exposed to their ideas and their opinions and their way of living, right? Well, who are you? What do you like to do? What do you do for fun? What do you like to think about, right? If you're spending time with people and you're never giving yourself time alone to be with your thoughts, how are you ever going to find your authentic self? That's as simple as it gets, right? Just be alone with your thoughts. So step away from social media. And I know that's difficult. So find things that are going to keep you entertained. You can't just say, like, I don't want to go on social media anymore. It won't work. I promise you that. It will backfire like 2-3 days later. And have an accountability partner help you. Have somebody that you can trust is going to make sure that you stay out of your account, change the password, do whatever it takes, okay? Because you need to figure out who you are in order to live a fulfilling life. And that leads me to number 5. Go for walks by yourself. This is a really good way to get away from your phone and to take that social media break when you're going for walks by yourself, not with somebody else. Try to do it by yourself. Maybe it seems a little scary, so just do it for like a minute, okay? I'm not saying you got to go for like a 15, 20-minute walk. I'm not about overcomplicating things. I'm about keeping them simple and keeping them easy. Do whatever it takes so that you want to do it and that you can actually see yourself doing it. And if you live in the city, you live somewhere that's busy, you live somewhere that's chaotic, I'm sure there's still somewhere that you can get yourself over to. But you know what? If still, I get it. Listen, I understand. Just walk around your house. It's as simple as that. Just walk around your house without your phone. And if you can't do that, then there's a problem. I mean, you gotta admit that to yourself, right? It's like, well, if I can't just walk around my house, then like there's something wrong. There's a deeper underlying issue. So do that. Just walk around your house if you can't go out and into the city, into a bad area or whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, let's be real, like you can Uber, you can find a way to get to a safe park, somewhere that you feel safe, okay? I know there is. If you try a little harder, you could figure it out. But if you're still just like struggling, just walk around your house and just get movement, okay? And be alone with your thoughts and think about life more. And there's this quote by Einstein too. The one who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The one who walks alone is likely to find himself in places no one has ever been before. And Einstein was known for going for walks by himself. I mean, there's some smart people out there that have gone really far in life that have gone for walks by themselves. That should inspire you to want to go for walks by yourself. If that doesn't, then I don't know what will. The last simple way that you can become your authentic self and truly understand who you are is by asking yourself this question: what can I do to become a better person? You should always be doing something every single day. You should strive to do something for someone else to make their day better. Live a life of purpose. Live a life that is going to improve your life and other people's lives. That is a very fulfilling life. What is it that you can do to become a better person every single day? And if you do that, if you take that seriously, you will find your true authentic self. You won't be hiding under a mask anymore. You won't be wondering, who the hell am I? You'll find your answer if you can answer that question every day and strive to make someone else's day better. And listen, maybe you're wondering, well, how can I become a better person? Like, what exactly do you mean? If you're still confused by this, a great way to answer this question is, what would you do when no one was watching? Okay, what would you do that would make the world a better place, that would make you feel better? What would you do that would make you a better person if no one else was even watching? You weren't recording it, you weren't trying to take a picture of it, you weren't trying to impress other people with it, you were simply doing it for yourself first and foremost, and then to spread onto other people. What would that be? And maybe you're wondering, like, well, how have I done that? Like, what's an example? Give me an example. So, how can I become a better person? For me personally, the answer to that question was to start making YouTube videos and to start helping other people in my life, to give them value, to give them an understanding of how to approach life so that it's easier. Because I had wished that I had easier ways to go about life when I was younger. And I was like, I really wish I had somebody to look up to. And I was like, well, maybe I could be that person for others. Maybe I could be the person that inspires somebody else, that motivates somebody else, that helps get somebody out of a shitty situation and puts them in a situation that's going to be good for them, and that it's going to help them grow and become a better person for themselves. That is how I'm able to answer that question. So you got to figure that out. But everyone answers this question differently. And the only way you'll get to this is if you do the other steps first and you take it slowly. You cannot start asking yourself that question until you start going after the other ways first. And then you can start uncovering the answer to that question, because it may not be the same for you. You may not want to do something like this. Maybe there's a job out there that you really want to do that you aren't aware of yet. The only way you're going to figure that out is if you do these steps, if you stop trying to impress other people, if you listen to your inner child, if you do things that you want to do and not that you have to do, not answering to people's requests all the time. It's just not worth it, and it's stopping you from figuring out who the hell you are and what you want in life. And listen, if you don't have somebody sitting next to you right now, holding you accountable for things, helping you get through things, having somebody to look up to, right? Maybe you just watch videos on YouTube and that's all you really have, but you want more. I can help you. We can work together. I can come up with a game plan for you, and I can help you go after your big goals and make sure that you actually achieve them instead of just thinking like one day, someday, because a lot of people around here are not going after their goals. You see that every day. You see people always saying like, I wish I could start this thing. I don't know how to get started with this thing. I can help you. I've been working for myself for 6 years now, a total entrepreneur. I can help you go after your big goals, and we can get you going after your big dreams so that you can live a fulfilling life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, scroll down right now, click on the top link in the description, and I will see you soon. All right, bye for now.